Hello, hello. Attempt 57. Mrs Cog, Liz, gotta love her, has brought out some absolutely amazing kits recently. And you know what it's like, you want to use everything. You want to put everything down, make something with it. And I was trying to think of how I could use the kits and what I could do. So I've got a bit of a thing for envelopes at the minute. You'll see my next video is also about envelopes. But I thought I'm going to make some stamps using Mrs Cogs kits. I'm going to print them small, give them a border, make some stamps, use them on the envelopes I'm making. And then I thought about these lovely things. First day covers. I don't know if you have them anywhere else, but in the UK, when the Royal Mail brings out, trying to keep the addresses covered up, when the Royal Mail brings out a set of stamps, if you are a collector, you can have what's called a first day cover sent to you, which is an envelope and the full set of stamps on the envelope. So I thought actually that would be a cool idea to make some first day covers of Mrs Cogs kits. I'm sorry about the light. We actually have sun here in the UK, so I've had to close the curtains and turn the lights on. It's crazy, but it's too bright. So this was my first attempt at my Mrs Cog first day covers. Wasn't particularly successful because I struggled to get a decent edge on the stamps. So I tried a couple of different types of craft scissors, which are okay, they do work. I then tried, let me just find a scrap of paper, I then went round the edge with a single hole punch, which actually looked better, but still not what I wanted. So in the end, I found this tool out. Now, I have no idea what it's called. I think it's some kind of perforation tool. I used to use it when I used to do leather notebooks, but I picked this up in a charity shop, so I've absolutely no clue what it's really called or what it's really for. So I'll show you these ones. This is the Busy Darlings kit, and I just, with the little kitten and the fishbowl and the little dog, I absolutely love how this one turned out. And then this one, this is my favourite so far, but I messed it up with a bit of ink. The Women of Antiquities kit, absolutely stunning. And I don't know if you can see the edge. It's not a perfect stamp edge, but it's a bit more similar than what I was achieving with the scissors. So I'm using their paper chase envelopes. They are a heritage paper apparently, and they're quite good quality, and they do have that kind of feel of the first day covers about them. So what I've done is I've printed the kit out. This is the Tempest. This one is printed 6 pages on one sheet, and this one is printed 4 pages on one sheet. And you know, had a little bit of a play, and this was the size that I liked. So I'm using this size. Just gonna put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. I didn't want to cut these out ahead of time because I wanted you to see the kind of size that I was printing. So I'm just going to quickly cut these out and then show you how I get the stamp edge. Now I did try to get the kind of edging without cutting first, but the images printed this small are just too close together. You can't use the tool in between images this small. So okay, so this is a piece of the leftover photo paper, and I'm using Epson photo quality inkjet paper, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of the image. I'm going to put it down so I've got a bit of space around it. Now these are printed so small, I hope I get them up the right way, because that wouldn't Wouldn't be good, would it, if I stick one upside down? I just need a little bit of space around them, that's all. I'm not doing any inking because, you know, stamps aren't inked, are they, until we get our hands on them, and then we ink them. And that's the last one. Okay, so this one, I want this larger image, and these are perfectly laid out because Mrs Cog has given you 4 smaller images and then one larger larger image on each page, which is perfect. Now they can absolutely be used for something else. So that's going to be down here on our envelope with the title, which we'll put on in a minute. So I'm just going to grab my mat and my ruler. So what I do is, the metal part of the ruler is the thickness I use, so I put that up against the edge of the image. Now when you're using a tool like this, you can't lift it off and then try and do it again, so you have to go forwards and back in the same run, because if you don't, you won't be able to line your holes up twice. It's very difficult. And I'm just going to go along the edge of every image. I will do some research and try and put this in the description box if I can figure out what it is, but it makes perforations, so I'm pretty sure it's some kind of perforation tool. Would make sense. Okay. Oops, now I've lifted it up, so I better not go over that again. Here's a pretty handy tool. Okay. Just go around each one. Maybe I should have done a couple of them before I started filming. And the last edge. Oops. Oh, pants. Well, this is going to be a 3 stamp envelope because I didn't leave a border on that one. Okay, so I'm just loosely cutting around them. That's the dud one. Okay, so I'm just going to fold along the perforation, and a few of these have actually ripped slightly, not perfectly along the perforation, but that's fine because stamps are sometimes a bit like that anyway, aren't they? Maybe not so much on first aid covers, they're usually pretty perfect, but it adds to the effect, I think. So that one is slightly ripped. So that is one of our stamps. I don't think this is going to be a very long video, so I'm not going to speed up these bits. What I want to do is all of my Mrs Cog kits. I mean, they are absolutely perfect for this, for making little kind of stamps. You can use other things to cut them. You don't even have to have a perforated edge. You could just leave them with a white border. That would be fine. It really would. And like I said, this perforation tool is not perfect by any means. It doesn't give you a perfect stamp effect edge. There's probably a die out there that you could use, or probably a better pair of craft scissors that gives you a stamp edge. But this was what I had. So pick those up. You can see they've got a bit of a kind of stamp effect edge to them. So I'm going to, now I'm just trying to, should I have 3 like that? I think I'm going to go for 3 along the top. So I'm going to put this one down first. And I'm not going to put glue too close to the edge because, you know, sometimes a stamp might peel up or look like it's not properly stuck down. And like I said, probably not so much on first day covers, but they certainly do. I mean, they're stickers now, aren't they? But they used to be. I haven't seen a stamp you have to lick for a very long time. They are, I don't know about everywhere else, but over here in the UK, they're on a big sheet of stickers. So they just peel off and stick on now, which is quite nice because they never did taste very nice, did they? Stamps. Now I'm going to glue the back of the larger piece. And the good thing about these is you can make any size depending on the size of journal you're making. Okay, now I'm going to cut off the word, or the words, The Tempest, which is the kit these images come from. And you've even got the lovely words in Mrs Cogs' beautiful font. Okay, so that's the envelope pretty much done. Now this is a really pants set of rubber stamps. I'm not sure if there is a brand out there that does, you know, really nice ones, but I don't even know where this came from. I'll be honest, it could have been from anywhere. But I have been using this plain stamp, and I'm going to put one in between the stamps, and then this wavy line. I'm going to put it this side, I think. And I haven't got, this would probably look better if you used a kind of second generation black stamp, but I just don't have one. In actual fact, I think I'm going to put another line there just to even that up because that will bug me. There we go. Yeah, black ink would probably be better if you used a second generation stamp. I don't have a black ink that works particularly well, so that's why I've gone for the brown. But I love these. I think they are absolutely cute. That's got to be my favourite. That one obviously was the prototype, but what I want to do is I want to try and make an envelope for all of Mrs Cogs' kits, and then what I want to do is put some kind of bracket down here and attach them into what would look like the old first day cover albums. And then inside the envelope, I'm going to print the kit full size and keep it in here. So when I want to use a kit, I know, you know, what I've got and where they are. But you could do this with anything, couldn't you? I love them. I'm really happy with them. So, quick video. Hope you like my Mrs Cog first day covers. And I will see you very soon. Bye.